So this is why moderators cannot exist, ever. They're just of no use whatsoever. Now mind you, I'm sure you've all seen my profile about how I recently got a strike. Even though I specifically told them that I would contact a lawyer, I did. They took the strikes down last time because of this legal matter, and yet they do it again. So what this tells me is moderators don't learn their lesson. They just think that they'll just set it out for a little while, wait, be patient, and then continue with their underhanded shit. It's not going to happen. I will sue you for everything you have. You know, I may not make a lot of money as a YouTube partner, but I can sure make a damn ton of money suing YouTube and getting every penny they're worth. And I'll do it too. Because you don't treat people this way. Most especially those you work with. And YouTube works with me. I am not their employee. I am not their little bitch. I am not their zoo animal. I am a partner. Do you know what that means? Because to all of you out there who love to say how YouTube can do whatever they want because it's their website. No, motherfucker. It's my website. I'm a partner. Do you understand what that means in legal terms? When you're a partner in a corporation, that means you have just as much of a say in what goes on as anybody else. If there is a corporate meeting, I get to be there because I'm a partner. That makes me part of the corporate branch. That makes me part of just as much of it as the executives or the vice president or whatever. I am just as much a part of YouTube Incorporation as anyone else in a nice suit or whatever. And because of that, you don't get to fucking treat me this way, whether or not you want to hide behind your little property rights crap. Meanwhile, as I try to get a hold of tech support or something, I get this runaround on phone, and you can barely email them. How convenient, how they love to moderate people, but then they have no means to contact them directly in case something goes wrong, because moderators never think they're wrong, even though all they ever do is attack people. So I try to get a hold of them, and I end up just posting on the YouTube board itself, and I just tell them flat out, get your shit together, or else I will sue you. I'm not going to piss around this. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to speak to you kindly. You fucking treat me like shit. You treat me like a goddamn animal. And I will sue you for all you're worth. I will take every single dollar that you ever had or ever will have. You make a lot of money off this fucking revenue. And you know what? It'd be better in my hands. And it'd be better in the government's hands. That's the way I look at it. I don't fucking care about the money. It's the principle of the matter. I don't care if the government takes every single cent of it. That's what I'm willing to do. I am willing to go down to the state court, get a state lawyer, and offer them to have every single penny of YouTube's revenue in exchange that they bring YouTube down for this bullshit. I would rather YouTube be shut down completely and the government get every single bit of money they're worth rather than let this continue. Get that through your head. I'm not the kind of person you want as your enemy. And Mr. Ebzion, when I brought this to YouTube's attention and played around with that fucking report feature thing that's completely useless, they basically are so vague about it and act like it's always the individual YouTuber that's the problem. Never the entire staff behind the whole flagging system or whatever, even though they're the ones that stir up all this trouble. So anyway, when I played around with that, I linked to your video, because my video has been taken down, so I can't link to that one as proof. But I linked to your video that mentioned me because, you're the one that started all this bullshit. I know goddamn well it's your fans doing this shit. And as much as you want to believe that you have no say in it and you're completely innocent, I don't really care. I know you're not innocent, for one, but number two, the point is, they're doing this because of you. So if you're their precious little YouTube god, then I'm going to take you off your high horse. If I go down, I'm taking you with me, Mr. Ebzion. You will never get a job. You will never have your image again. You will never, you'll probably be kicked out of college. I will ruin your fucking life if I get another strike. That's all there is to it. You want to see harassment? I'll show you fucking harassment. because you harassed me. Your little rabid fans won't leave me the fuck alone and think that they can push me around, and now you're going to be dragged down with me. I'm going to make damn sure of it. We're both tied into this together now. Now whatever happens to me, happens to you. Think about that, Mr. Reb Zion fans. Everything you do to Jim Prophet will indirectly affect your precious little Mr. Reb Zion. Because every single time I'm going to point to Mr. Reb Zion, it was him that advocated this. It was him that advocated the false flaggings. It was him that got his rabid fans to harass Undertaker freaking the brain enema. It was always him. And I'm going to, talk about who he really is, and his college education, and how he wants to go into CSI or whatever. And you know what? He'll never be able to work in his own town, because this shit gets around. This shit goes public. And unlike him, I got nothing to lose. I don't mind having a bad image. I don't mind being known as the biggest asshole on YouTube, or the entire internet, or the entire world for that matter. But him, Mr. Good Little Christian Boy, needs that image. He needs that facade of being this goody two-shoe wannabe saint. And I'm going to ruin that for him. So think about that. Think long and hard about who you're fucking with. Because the thing about pigs is they love rolling in the mud. And they'll push you down in the mud with them. So watch yourself. That's all I have to say.